My name is Dr. Amos Lewa Mwavita. I hold a PhD doctorate in medical biochemistry, wherein I did pharmacology and pharmacognosy. Welcome to my story. Kindly subscribe to my channel. I grew up on a master's level as a microbiologist, and now I teach microbiology and pharmacology. I also develop drugs through biochemistry, pharmacology, and pharmacognosy. It is my belief that Africa has to develop its own cures using the natural resources that are available in their domains as endowed by God. Africa is cradled with curative natural sources, terrestrial and aquatics, by which drug development can be hinged upon. We teach students in universities who must be useful in our communities. But after years of study, they are rolled out with little use of the knowledge which they acquired. It is time to reintroduce course programs that will make them productive. I do propose a return to understanding natural health treatments. This field was vilified by machinations and lies from Rockefeller agencies and foundations, and they used our belief, used our faith to condemn the use of our own resources. Now we take coffee from coffee trees, we take sugar from sugar cane, we take bread from wheat, and a spectra of diverse vegetables. But we forget that these are biological chemicals which could be used to make cures. Let thy food be thy medicine. Why should we seek interventions from sources that are petroleum-based, while seeking the reason why Africa was deluded into neglecting her resources? I also sought to look through by biblical understanding of herbal medicine. In Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29, God said, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be fruit. In Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 19, he gave us seed-bearing plants and trees to be used as food. And so every place, wet and dry land or sea, appropriate plants would grow. Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 7. For the ground drinks rainfall and produces herbs. To those for whom it is cultivated would receive the blessings from God. Psalms chapter 101 and 104 verse 14 to 15. God causes the grass to grow for cattle and the herb for the service of man, which may bring food out of the earth. In Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 17, it is better to have dinner of herbs where there is love than to have stalled ox where there is hatred and strife. In Luke chapter 11 verse 42, woe unto you Pharisees, because you give God a tenth of your mint, true, and all other kinds of garden herbs, but you neglect justice and love. Now, God gives us the use of plants and herbs for curative care, both for physical, as you find in 2 Kings chapter 20 verse 7, in Psalms chapter 51 and verse 7, and even for emotional and our stress and the nerve disorders, as found in Psalms chapter 45 from verse 8, and book of Genesis chapter 43 and verse 11. In the book of Revelation chapter 22 and verse 2b, in the midst of the streets of it, and in the other side of the river, were the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. Now, what is a wake-up call? However, lies came from Johnny Davison Rockefeller Sr. in 1839 to 1937. This man was an American philanthropist at his Rockefeller Institute for Medical Research in 1906. This foundation eliminated natural medicine to create the modern pharmaceutical industry. In 1910, Rockefeller Foundation, along with the Carnegie Foundation, helped to fund Flexner Report to restructure medical education in the United States. The Flexner Report concluded that natural healing modalities were unscientific quackery. Many medical schools and doctors in America called for the standardization of medical education, to license the medical practice and to outlaw natural cure. In this essence, Africa with all her resources were condemned, and in Kenya, the Witchcraft Act was enacted, which outlawed the use of herbs. We are in the new dispensation. Wake up, Africa. We can go back to use our own resources to cure ailments. Kindly subscribe to my channel so that we can learn and grow. Let us wake up, Africa.